What was a red flag that made you stop talking to a person immediately? I had this best friend Connor who I'd known since middle school. This dude was literally like the therapist of our friend group. Whenever anyone had drama or problems, they'd go to Connor. He'd sit there for hours listening, giving advice, saying stuff like, "I'd never judge you," and "Your secrets are safe with me." So when I was going through this really dark time last year, Connor felt like the obvious person to talk to. I'd lost my job, was drinking way too much, and basically felt like my life was falling apart. I kept it all bottled up for weeks because I didn't want anyone to know how bad things had gotten. Finally, one night around 2 a.m., I called him crying, like ugly crying. I told him everything. How I'd been lying to my parents about still having a job, how I was drinking alone in my apartment most nights, how I'd been having these really dark thoughts about just disappearing. Connor was amazing that night. He listened for over an hour without interrupting. He told me I was brave for opening up and that things would get better. He even offered to help me look for new jobs. I hung up feeling like maybe I wasn't completely alone in this mess. 2 weeks later, there was this party at our friend Jake's house. I didn't go because I was still feeling pretty fragile and wasn't ready to be around a bunch of people yet. But apparently Connor was there, and so was most of our friend group. The next morning, I got this text from my friend Emma that made my stomach drop. "Hey, just a heads up, Connor said some really personal stuff about you last night. He thought it was funny." I stared at that text for like 10 minutes trying to process it. Then I called Emma immediately. "What exactly did he say?" I asked. Emma was clearly uncomfortable. "He was telling everyone about how you called him crying and confessed all this stuff. He was laughing about how pathetic you sounded. He didn't use your name, but everyone knew who he was talking about." My hands were literally shaking. He told them about the drinking, about me losing my job, pretty much everything. He was doing this impression of you crying and everyone was cracking up. I felt sick watching it. I hung up and immediately called Connor. He answered on the second ring, sounding hungover. "Dude, what's up? Did you tell everyone at Jake's party about our conversation?" I said, trying to keep my voice steady. There was this long pause. Then he said, "Oh, that. Look, relax, man. I didn't name names or anything." "You didn't name names?" "Emma said everyone knew it was me." "Okay, maybe they figured it out, but I was just trying to break the ice. The conversation was getting boring. I couldn't believe what I was hearing." "Break the ice? I trusted you with the most personal stuff I've ever told anyone and you used it as party entertainment? You're being way too sensitive about this. It's not that deep." That was it. I hung up mid-sentence while he was still talking. I've never called him again. When he texts me, I don't respond. When I see him at mutual friends' parties, I walk the other way.